Yes guys, welcome back to the YouTube. I'm Kelvin Dorr. I'm currently in downtown Dubai, right next to the mall and Burj Khalifa, Business Bay, all of that exciting stuff. And I thought this was a great time for me to actually address some of the opinions that are on Dubai. You know, it's a place that has quite a bit of controversy. A lot of people have different beliefs on whether Dubai is a good place, a bad place, a simulation, a place to go and waste money, a place where drug dealers bring their money, a haven for entrepreneurs. There's so many different opinions. It's a bubble, you know. Everybody's got a take on Dubai, and I feel like where I'm actually out here in Dubai, you know what, let me take out my headphones just so I can make sure that I'm not screaming because of the noise cancellation. So yes, there's just so much around Dubai, you know. I've even got my own opinions. I'm no expert, you know, but I have been here 5 times in the past 2 years. I've seen it in different seasons. I've done business. I've worked with companies that actively hire people. So I have some sort of perspective on what it's actually like to be over here and to do things over here. And let's break it down. So number one, people believe that Dubai is extremely expensive. And honestly, it can be. I'll be lying to you if I said you're gonna have minimal expenses and it's much cheaper. However, my one thing about Dubai when it comes to the price of things is that I feel there's genuinely better value for money. For example, I'm from the UK, right? And it's no surprise that you could pay £1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom flat, for example. And that's what you'll get. You'll get a 1-bedroom flat. However, for that same price over here in the UAE, Dubai is going to be on a higher price, but other places, maybe Ras Al Khaimah, Ajman, Sharjah, £1,500 is going to get you something pretty luxury. You'll have a gym, you'll have a swimming pool, etc., etc. So in that regard, I don't feel like it's the most expensive. Groceries can be expensive depending on where you actually go to shop. That's a major contributor to how much you're gonna pay. A lot of the times what I've realized though is you pay for convenience in Dubai. You know, if you wanna order it and have it delivered to you in your home, you're gonna pay a markup. For example, where I stay in Dubai, only Noon comes out to do deliveries. So that means that we pay Noon's markup on the price, you pay the delivery fee, etc., etc. So by the time you know it, it has worked out cheaper to, let's say, a Tesco, or I'm imagining a Walmart. I don't come from the US, so don't hold me to that, but you know what I mean. So yeah. So is Dubai actually expensive? Look, I'll be honest, it can be. You know, Dubai offers every range of thing. If you want to spend £10,000 or dollars in one night, oh, you scared me there. You absolutely can do.
I scared you?
Yeah, you scared me, bro.
You're walking down the street.
Okay, yeah. So there's definitely that. Like if you want to spend 10K in one night, you absolutely can do. And if you only want to spend 100 dirham in one night, you absolutely can do that as well. Where people go wrong with Dubai is they come for the party lifestyle, you know. If you come here with the desire to just overly enjoy yourself and basically spend everything you've got, Dubai offers the great opportunity to do that, the greatest opportunity to do that. You know, there's 1,000,001 things to do. Whereas for me, I'm coming here as an entrepreneur. I'm trying to grow myself as an individual. I'm trying to grow my business. I'm trying to grow my network and meet other people who are aligned with who I am and what I do. And Dubai has been absolutely life-changing for me. I've met people who I feel are, a word I'm using frequently is tribe. You know, like they come from where you come from, they see things the way you see them. You just align, you know, and Dubai's allowed me to find those people, whereas in the UK it was very difficult, if I'm being completely honest, you know. You're a bit of an outsider, you're the black sheep in the, you know, social circles you might find yourself in, whereas in Dubai everyone's quite intentional about being here. Nobody really ends up living here by accident, you know, a choice was made at some point, whereas in other places it's not necessarily like that. So that's that. Another thing about Dubai that has like a bad reputation is the whole escorts. I have to be very careful with what I say here, you know. You've got certain conspiracies about what women do to get money out here. That's all I'm gonna say at this time, you know. So hopefully that doesn't get me banned or, you know, shadow banned, that sort of stuff. But that part, I have to put my hands up and say, yeah, I've been completely shocked to see what goes on over here. Dubai government, please don't ban me. I love your country. But yeah, it's not even that hidden. Ask anybody who spent any amount of time about what it's like with escorts and pay to play. You know, if I was actively looking to date someone, it would be extremely difficult over here because everybody is working, and by working, they might look like a normal civilian who's up for a good time and wants to get to know someone, but they're actually trying to make money. Do you know what I mean? So once again, I'm not actively looking to date or anything like that, so I'm saved. I'm not really going to be speaking to women in that context. But if I was looking to meet someone, it'd be difficult. And I guess that's like a major point as well in terms of one of the perspectives on Dubai. I've seen so many videos of people saying the reason why they're leaving is because it's hopeless to find love. And where I haven't really been here for that, I mean, I haven't at all been here for that, to be honest. I can see why. Because once again, everybody's working, everybody's got their own initiatives and what they're trying to do, the things that are motivating them. So how are they actually gonna get to know someone? And do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so I can imagine if that's what you were out here for. Look, I'm not gonna deny that. But at the same time though, I believe that you attract what you are, right? So if you really wanted to find a relationship and you were clean internally, you'd find one. And I guess that kind of gives me an opportunity to speak on another topic that I'll probably speak about on this channel. It's like, I'd consider myself a very spiritual person. You know, I don't believe, I'm a Christian by faith, but I genuinely don't believe that we are here by chance, you know? Look how much has had to happen for every single one of us to be exactly where we are. Are we gonna put that down to just mere coincidence? I do not believe in coincidence. So yeah, and that comes back to my point about Dubai and finding love and all of those things. It's like, when the time is right, you will find it. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, do you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna believe that you can't find love in Dubai? I don't know if I can really stand by that. So that's one of my perspectives on that. Let's talk about it from an entrepreneurship perspective, because obviously I am an entrepreneur myself. Or yeah, it feels crazy to even say that because it was such a dream for so many years. But yeah, does Dubai have the business opportunities that people speak about? Can you come out here and massively expand your amount of wealth? And honestly, my answer to that is yes. Now look, that's not a yes, it's gonna be so easy, you're gonna make it, you'll be making $10 million in the next 6 months. Absolutely not. However, the pace of things, the willingness of people to take new ventures, meet new people, try on risks, is so much higher out here from what I've seen in comparison to where I'm from in the UK. There's just no question about it. You know, for me as a business owner, I've grown just from, I hate to even say it, just from like the reputation that Dubai has. People automatically assume if you're over here, you're doing something serious, which has its pros and cons. It also has that guru stigma of like, yeah, if they're over in Dubai, they're doing something dodgy in business, scamming people. But like at this stage, I have absolutely nothing to sell. I should make that very clear. If anything, I just want to help, which is what these videos are about, both myself and the general public. So yeah, that's but so like, can you grow exponentially as an entrepreneur in Dubai in comparison to maybe your hometown? I'd honestly have to say yes to that. But once again, it comes down to, if you do the things that are necessary wherever you are, you're gonna get results, right? However, Dubai just allows for a different sort of environment that's conducive to that growth. So Yeah, and plus, I don't know, this could just be a me thing, but there's something about being in the sun, seeing, experiencing, feeling the sun on a daily basis that just makes you want to be more productive. It's a good weather, it's great weather throughout the year. I need to correct that. It's great weather throughout the year. Sun's always shining. You know, you've got that drive in you, or at least for me, that's how I feel when I'm over here. So that's one of the best things, and that's gonna make an impact if you're an entrepreneur. If you've got more energy, you've got more energy to grow your business, to build whatever it is that you're doing. So I definitely agree with that stigma. I guess one of the other stigmas or stereotypes about Dubai is, once again, on that topic of everyone's a guru out here, like course sellers and crypto scammers and all sorts of financial packages that people are selling, and unfortunately that is slightly true, but once again it's a minority thing. So when I say it's like the 80-20 rule, right, maybe 20% of the people you see doing well out here are from that life, but 80% are genuine entrepreneurs that have built real businesses that provide real value and service and products to people all across the world, right? So it's very ignorant to say that you'd have to be one of those people to be out here. Like, I've met some people that do insane things, and the thing is, once again, back to my point about Dubai and growing as an entrepreneur, it's like I only met those people because I'm in Dubai. Like, for instance, the last time I was out here a few months ago, I got the chance to sit with a guy who had sold a company for like $50 million, and his new company now had a contract with DEWA, which is like Dubai's Department of Electricity and Water or something like that. Is he agree? He don't sell no course. He probably doesn't even have an Instagram account to do anything like that. So like, come on, there's opportunity. If once again, this is where like I can't wait to really get into the spiritual element as well, because if you're of a certain mindset and you're attracting certain things into your life, of course you're gonna come across those people and those opportunities that are ingenuous and trying to scam you for your money. Whereas if you're locked in, doing what you need to do, managing your time, managing your energy accordingly, I really doubt that you're gonna come into play with those people. You might do on the off chance, sorry about this noise right there, you might do on the off chance, but 9 times out of 10, if your energy is correct, everything will be correct. There's a good saying, if a man is right, his world will be right. If you're right internally, your external is going to take care of itself. It sounds a bit woo-woo, but at least try it out. At least try it out. Live clean for as long as you possibly can and see if your life doesn't improve. But more on that later. So other stigmas around Dubai. This is a good one. This is a good one. Dubai is artificial and it's a simulation. That one there, as much as I love Dubai, I should actually make it clear that I'm a big fan of the place. Look, yes, it's artificial. Of course, bro, it's a desert. What do you expect? How could you come to the desert expecting real natural grass and gardens that aren't man-made? Like, excuse me? Do you know what I mean? It's like, huh? You don't go to Tesco to buy a Rolex. Don't come to the desert expecting natural scenery. There's so many other places in the world to go. So like when I see people complain about that, it's like, bro, come on. Like, you just have to take things for what they are and not expect for justifications to be made for your personal preferences. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, it's great that you want that, but bro, you're literally in the desert, so come on. So is it artificial? I have to be honest, it's a yes on that one. But of course it is. It's man-made, and it was done in like less than 50 years, no? We're talking like 50 years this place is about, and you're expecting natural things, and it's in the desert. Sometimes I feel like that is overplayed, like that can be a con. So as much as I'm saying it from more like a non-biased point of view, like an objective point of view, it is artificial because of course it's man-made. It hasn't been around for hundreds of years like other cities in the world. Some places do overhype it to where like you actually feel like you're in a simulation. I had an experience one time where I realized like you know when you just have like an epiphany almost. I genuinely had like an epiphany. I was in a spot that I was actually at earlier today. It's like a lounge, and like I was just like, yo, everything is actually fake here. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is all, like, even down to the atmosphere, this is all created to get people to engage in it and perceive it in a certain way. And like, it hit me because obviously it's the first time I had that realization. But at the same time, fine. I have OCD, right? I've not been diagnosed officially, but like, my attention to detail is sometimes very scary. To like, the smallest things, I need everything to be aligned and in order. So for me, Dubai is a dream. Absolutely, let it be artificial. I don't want to see no dirt. I want everything to be perfect, yes. I want everything to be catered for. I want to be able to pay for certain services and not have to worry about that, so I can do the other things that I am actually interested in. Like, and for some people, which is fair enough because we're all ourselves and whatever we want to be and do and, you know what I'm saying, portray, we can do. But for me, this is ideal. So there's two, like, one thing I've noticed, there's 3 types of people. I'm from the UK, right? So I can only use the UK in comparison. So you've got the people from the UK that don't want to move, or don't know where to move, or don't know how to move. You've got the ones that like Dubai, you've got the ones that like Thailand. Like, some people are looking for stuff more natural. Like I said, why would you come to the desert to look for natural greenery? And then some people are just all about business and growth, and they want to be constantly inspired, and like, they want to be constantly in that growth mindset and surround themselves with people that are also the same and put themselves in uncomfortable situations so that they're forced to grow. Because bro, you're not rich in Dubai. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much money you make. There's someone richer. Like, you're not rich in Dubai. You're not rich in Dubai. I can't emphasize it enough. Also because, like, I don't know if I can even say this, but not all the money in Dubai is accounted for. You know, you can basically come here with money from however the hell you got it, and you can make it make sense over here. Does that make sense? You know, I gotta be very careful with what I say. One, because I really like the place. 2, because I don't want them to ban me. You know, they start saying, oh, Kelvin put out all this negative PR on us. But yeah, like, and maybe that's something I'll get onto in the next point, because Dubai can be strict. But yeah, so like, you're not rich over here, bro. Forget about being him or her and flexing and all that stuff, because there's a guy with 18 Ferraris who's not even wearing a nice watch. He's in the phobe, I think they call it, which is the Arabian suit. I'm sure many of you would have seen it, which is like the long gown. No, not trying to be offensive at all. So yeah, forget about being that person. So yeah, let's even talk about the next point of, is Dubai actually as strict as people say it is? And this is twofold, because on one hand, yes. On the other hand, I gotta say no. And I hate to even be that. But like, if I had to give a definitive answer, I would say absolutely yes. Because there's things that we get away with in the UK that, forget about it, over here. For one, I know someone that received a £10,000 GBP fine because they looked at an accident that took place on the road. I think they called it rubbernecking or something like that. Like, he has no reason to lie. It was just an interesting one. You've obviously got many stories about people who maybe slip up one time and now they're in jail for years. And then, like, I've also heard the jail system's not great over here. So is Dubai strict? Absolutely. I've not been to the other states or cities within the UAE, so I couldn't imagine what they're like, because Dubai is quite modernized and westernized, so it's probably even the least strict. But like, there's no games over here. Like, could you imagine smoking weed, you go to jail? If they found you with any form of drug, you're gone. Whereas in the UK, you could even, like on Carnival Day, you could smoke in front of the police and they're not gonna do anything. There's no such circumstances over here in the UAE. You know what I'm saying? Being on the streets drunk, forget about it. And it's like, yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. But at the same time though, this is where there's different perspective on things, because I'm no criminal. I don't want to commit no crimes. I don't want to witness any crimes. I just want to go about my business and handle what I need to handle accordingly. So for me, I have no issue with Dubai strict. I shouldn't be stepping out of line in the first place. It's only a problem if you're going to be a problem. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you just do what you're supposed to do, no one's gonna trouble you. I've never had any issue with the police. And in the 5 times I've been here, obviously, look, there's people that have been here for many years and they can probably attest to the same. Like, if you just do what you need to do, you're not gonna have any issues. I can't imagine the police just, like, they're not bad people. I've seen police in traffic, they've smiled at me, it's fine, you know, and like, calling a spade, I'm a young black guy, right? So you're normally stereotyped anyway. I don't carry no chip on my shoulder or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. But like, if they would be attracted to anyone, it would be me. In the UK, that's how it is. You see a black guy doing certain things, it's game over from the jump. Whereas I can't lie, I've not experienced that in the UAE. So yeah, look guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. If you've got thoughts, feel free to comment. I'd be more than happy to hear your perspective on what your own experiences are. Yeah. Yeah, super friendly place, man. You've always got people that are just smiling. So yeah, that's another thing. Dubai's very friendly as well. But yeah, so if you liked it, like it. If you've got thoughts on anything I've said, or you've got your own experiences that contradict, look, I'm not the guru. I don't own the book on Dubai. I'm more than happy to hear anybody else's thoughts. If you want to share it with someone who has experienced Dubai, maybe you're looking at visiting Dubai sometime soon, it'd be good to get your thoughts on that as well. Feel free to share it, but more than grateful if you made it this far. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Say goodbye to Dubai.